Okay, hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. This is my weekly update. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so the first off, here is the updates. Number one, it's live, yay. Number two, I just got my COVID test, yay. So let's talk about the actual AddPicto being live. So this is where now AddPicto is available. It's available in Google Slides, obviously, Google Docs, and Google Sheets. Some of the things that we notice is that because of the various APIs that are available, the ideal user experience is in Google Slides, followed by Google Docs, and finally Google Sheets. It's actually quite bad. It's gotten to the point that I'm wondering if we should just yank it altogether. But yeah, I'll just kind of review all of the stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna do blank here. Do blank here. All right, so I will first go over the experience in Google Slides. I'm just going to go to a blank screen here, go to add-ons, and launch. So it's pretty much like what you would expect. You could select a shape, you could select an image, you could search for an image, like so, and then you could then insert said image. Like so, great. And then I'm gonna then go over here, change the shape to, let's say, this thing, and then I could also then select that and click on insert as well. And one thing you'll notice is that because this is selected, it will update this picto that has been selected. So everything works. So far, so good. So now I'm gonna go over to Docs and do the same thing. I'm gonna go to extensions. Okay, great. So here's the add-ons. Gonna click on any one of these shapes. Again, click on image. Let's do dogs for this one. And then I can select a doggy. Actually, let's do a different shape like this one. Perfect. Change the color to, there we go, and insert. And that will then insert it into the Google Docs, like so. Okay. And you could resize it to whatever. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go over to the Google Slides and paste it. And now I could go back to this initial screen, click on Edit Selected, and then it should bring up that information. Now I could click something else like a cat. And while actually I'm gonna select both of these, and then when I click on Insert Picto, it's gonna update all of the things that have been selected. Like so. Boom. So far, so good. Now let's go to the odd duck. Actually, before that, I'm going to copy here and then paste it here. And then do the same thing where I'm going to click on Edit Selected. And you can see that it's imported the information. I could then select a different pupper and click on Insert. And then it should update the selected picto, like so. So far, so good. All right. So now let's get the odd duck, which is Google Sheets. We can then launch it like so. And very similar experience. You can select a shape, select the image, select search for an image like bunny, select the rabbit or bunny and click insert. And it should insert a picto. So one of the things that we notice is like, number one, it's a little bit slower and it could be a hit or miss. The other thing is that I have this selected. I can then change this and try to then insert. It will not replace the selected picto. It will just insert a new one. And on top of that, the insertion process can be pretty slow. So here that is that. So if I were to select shape like 5 and click on that and then click insert, there will almost be a lag. And it just seems to, so there's that. I'm going to then select a different one, click insert. And yeah, there seems to be a lag for certain shapes where it seems to take a little bit longer to load. In this case, it's been pretty quick, so that's good. So the other thing is that if I copy this and paste it in here, it will paste it. But then when I go over to edit, it won't recognize it. It won't be able to edit it. I will do the same thing of selecting this, copy, putting it into Google Slides. and then doing the same thing, trying to edit, and you won't recognize it. So the other thing to note is that in Google Sheets, when I click on one of these things and click on the bottom, you'll see there is no option to edit selected. And that's again, mainly because Google Sheets doesn't allow that, unfortunately. So the overall experience is very, very similar in all three. The main difference is that for Google Sheets, you can't edit anything. You can only create a brand new thing and insert that thing, but that's about it. You can't edit it. And then for Google Docs and Sheets, you can do all of the things. The only reason why I think for Google Docs, it's a little bit worse than Google Sheets is because you can't actually move this into different locations. And that's again, because of Google Docs has a layout system that prevents you from moving elements into any location. But yeah, so that is the update. So again, reviewing for Google Slides, you can insert, you can edit selected, you can update selected picto, copy and paste, retain size. You can do all of those things in Google Docs. The only thing is that you can't move to a very, whatever location you want. And lastly, for Google Sheets, it's the worst out of the lot. And the only thing you can do is just insert. So that is my update for Google for AddPicto for this week. And as for the COVID test, I just got it about like 10 minutes ago. And that was mainly because we went to Boston for a friend's wedding and we got back last night. I was feeling relatively fine last night, but this morning woke up with a sore throat, a light cough, and body aches. So we thought better safe than sorry. So we went to get tested. And so yeah, next week I'll give you the results of the test as well as an update on AddPicto. Thanks so much. Have a great week. And yeah, and don't stay healthy. That's all I can say. Okay, bye.